Life is not like a football game. Life is not like a basketball game. Life is not a sport. In sport, if you're losing when the clock stops, you've lost. You failed. When time is up, when the buzzer sounds, you're either a winner or a loser. You can't change the score. Your dream has no clock. You try and try again until you succeed. You decide if a failure is the end of your dream, and you also decide if you keep going. You see, there really isn't such a thing as failure. There's only your choice to quit or keep going. If you keep going, you haven't failed. It's just a prolonged victory. A better story.
Most people quit. That's why they call it failure. But really, there's only you deciding to quit, you deciding to keep going, or you dying. There's no failure. If you don't succeed the first time, decide to keep going a second time. If you don't succeed the second time, decide to keep going a third time, fourth, fifth. Change your path, not your goal. Work harder, work smarter, try something new, get advice, keep going. If you run out of money, find a way to get more and put it to better use this time. Do not accept failure, ever. You are better than that. Decide to find a way. Decide to keep going. Refuse to accept failure in your life. The only thing that can stop you from reaching that dream is death.
If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but not the goal. Stay focused on what you want. It doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter which path you take. Just make sure you take one that gets to your goal. You failed. You're not a failure. You failed, but it's not over. Keep going and turn that failure into a great story. Everything you are going through is preparing you for what you've asked for. You asked for great character, and you're developing a great one. Keep going and get your rewards. Keep going and show the world your character.
You're never going to be in the middle of a failure and think, oh, great failure. What a great lesson. It sucks failing. No one loves failing while they're in the middle of it. But if you're mentally strong, you will think to yourself, this will not stop me. There will be a place deep inside that knows this is not the end of the story. You don't have to enjoy failure. Just don't let it stop you.
I feel a lot of you are afraid and hesitant to let out what you feel right now. You might be scared to let it out because you feel as if it's a sign of weakness, but I'm here to tell you that it's one of the most courageous things that you can do. No, I really need you guys to hear me when I say this. It's okay to let out your tears. It's okay to let out your grief. And it's okay to let out your sadness, because you can't expect to be healed in life if you are hiding your wounds. You know, I want to let you guys know something about the beauty of life. You know, a lot of times we feel as if life isn't worth living because of the things that we go through. Or we feel as if life isn't worth it to keep on going because we feel as if it's too hard for us to handle. But I want to let you know that it takes going through bad days in order to know what good days look like. It takes going through pain and suffering in order to learn how to smile. And it takes life falling apart in order to build it up into something better. So let it out. Let out everything that you feel right now. Because when you let out pain, you bring in healing. That's why I feel the most beautiful outcomes in life comes from the most painful sufferings. So as long as you're willing to have endurance in this hurtful road in your life, then you will have insurance that the road is only leading you where you need to be. You know, so don't give up on yourself. That's why I always tell you guys that it will be okay, and I want to let you know that it will. You know, because when unexpected things come to us in unexpected ways, you know, that's why our journey in life will not always be a straight path. It will not always be comfortable. And even though it might not be what we want it to be, and even though it might be rough, as long as you're willing to walk the journey, you will find the strength to finish the journey. So keep on going. You know, a lot of us feel as if hardships are only meant to show us how much harder life can get. And even though life does get harder, even though it's filled with so many things that we feel as if we can't get through, hardships are only meant to show us how much harder, how much stronger we need to keep on pushing forward. So it's always worth it to have faith in your life. Because when you have faith, you don't have to worry, but you can have trust that even though it seems as if all hope is lost, something good is on its way. So don't tell your problems that it's going to destroy you, but tell your problems that it's only going to shape you. You know, so let it out. Let out everything that you feel right now, because that's the first step towards change. That's the first step to get up, and that's the first step to see many beautiful things come up in your life. You know, that's why we don't have to use our tears to give up. But we can use our tears to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. So I know that you might be going through some things right now that you feel as if you can't get through. You might be going through stress. You might be going through worry. You might be going through depression, grief, sadness, anger. But whatever you might be going through right now, always tell yourself that I will stay strong. Because pain doesn't last forever. And it's only temporary. You know, it's just like a rainy day. Even though rain may last for hours or days or months or weeks, know that eventually the storm has to pass. And eventually the sun has to rise and a beautiful rainbow appears. You know, so it's one thing to have faith. But it's another thing to have faith when everything falls apart. So always take heart. Because this isn't the end. You know, keep on fighting and trust in the process. You know, because when you have process, you will have losses. But those losses are only going to lead you to your greatest victory in life. So always have hope and believe in yourself. Because your problems are only a stool to reach you to greater heights in life. So we can't just see hope with our eyes, but we have to see hope with our belief. So when you come up against some things in your life, don't feel as if you can't get through it. But always believe that you can make it through and that you can make it. I believe in every single one of you guys. And I know that this battle may be tough, but it's worth going through. Life may be hard, but it's worth it to keep on living. To keep on staying strong, because you can make it, and I believe in you. So don't give up.